Hello, dear friends. No matter what country we live in, big or small, powerful or humble, the bond of citizenship unites us in a promise to help each other and to defend each other. Opinion piece. Turning point. Planetary transition. The cycle is closing. Be prepared and on guard. Rebirth is natural, but you can't be bought by Caesarean section. Charlie Watt says it has begun. The rescue will come in due time. Real change is a change of consciousness. Final wake-up call by Peter B. Meyer. Let's start. The turning point for humankind on planet Earth has arrived. There will be two well-defined timelines. One will take a part of humankind to the new Earth. The other will take the rest into exile. Only 1/3 of humankind will be able to complete the transition to the new world. The rest will not. In the end, we will enter a new cycle and a new Earth, where no authority will be superior to our free will and our individual decisions. Everyone is his own judge. No one will interfere with the preference of others. Be prepared and be on guard, because things are moving fast now. Banks are going to close, so be sure to stock up on basic necessities. The changeover could take up to 3 weeks. The corrupt and their helpers will be removed because of the money they received and the work they did. That made them feel important, so now they have to pay a high price. The truth is coming out. Every day more and more people understand what is happening, and little by little they are waking up. Paper money and banks are going to disappear as instruments to control the population through the debt-based economy that ensures that living beings can never become prosperous. The energy that is now being generated will change the DNA by the opening of the 5D portal, and a detoxification is also necessary. The dark forces, who have enjoyed unlimited freedom for 500,000 years, now face our otherworldly family, the forces of light, who are making great progress in eliminating the negative forces for the benefit of all living beings. It is these negative forces that in the past sabotaged our positive initiatives to make it impossible to break this isolation. But that is now definitely over. The sooner humankind realizes the illusions, the better it will be for all of us. Do not be modest. Let this be a challenge for all of us to work to realize our full potential. Our planet has been deeply polluted by chemical wastes and toxins, radiations, misinformation, distortion, fake news, etc. It has been maintained with half-truths, frauds, distorted images, deceptive mirages, propaganda, and above all, brainwashing. Some understanding is required. Identify the social engineering programs of the elite, so as not to fall victim to them. They want total control and surveillance of all aspects of your life. Our consciousness and unity are direct obstacles to these plans. Beware. They want to take away everything of value and lock the remaining population in camps. Reset News. First, Charlie Watt says he has begun the redemption of financial instruments as head of the Global Financial Restart Redemption Committee. He reports that on April 22nd, at 6 o'clock in the morning, the Global Fund launch took place, making the start of the Global Asset Redemption Program. Tens of thousands of operations around the world that have been waiting for this event can now start paying. he concludes that the redemption will come in due course, but doesn't give specific dates. I don't believe in any date until I see it. I just believe it will happen, but I don't know when. Second, the whole house of cards is crumbling. Third, PsyOps business is plummeting according to Lara Logan. 4. On Friday, April 22nd, the Schumann resonance registered its highest frequency of 60 Hz, which is precisely the vibration of the new Earth. 5. The Antarctic continent suffered a strange heat wave last March. 6. Information confusion. There are many thousands of people who are aware of the upcoming change, but there are only a few websites that explain it, and each one gives its version of the facts that is always partial and fragmented, and few respond directly to the questions of those interested. What little is known. First, the IMF will announce in due course a global gold-backed monetary system. All remaining fiat currencies will be exchanged for gold standard currency, with no ill-gotten gains. Second, the goal is to make the transition even smooth, soft and fast. The new financial system has been online for months and is hosted on a protected quantum server that cannot be hacked. It is only accessed with the correct permissions. Third, energy costs will also decrease as a result of free and open energy. The new technologies being launched date back 70 to 150 years or more. Fourth, the pure waters of Antarctica will be used to green the deserts as they were many thousands of years ago. 5. The application of replicators can produce anything we can imagine, and most importantly, a new awareness of the power of our mind to achieve our needs. 6. Central banks will disappear, and local banks will become service kiosks. 7. The greatest short-term effect will be the revaluation of currencies. We will see greater wealth and greater consumer power without inflation or high prices. 8. Corporations that produce things that people need in a responsible manner will see a large increase in profits for many years to come. 9. Only a flat 14% sales tax will be applied on new or non-essential goods. 10. The pyramid structure of the wealth's elite created class separation and fostered belief in scarcity. 11. Part of spiritual evolution is born when one's identity is no longer attached to material matters. 12. When there is free energy transportation replicators and medical beds readily available and distributed to all, we will be strong and equal. 13. No one will be enslaved. People will do what they want to do. They will have free time to reflect and be creative. There will be no need to accumulate or worry about anything. 14. Advanced civilizations do not wonder where their next meal will come from, how they are going to pay the rent, how they are going to get from A to B. 15. We the people will live in the now. That is, we will have all kinds of free time to grow fresh food in our own gardens, if we want to, and also food for the others. 16. Those without jobs will find alternative ways to experience happiness and contribute to the common good. 17. However, the real change lies in a change of consciousness. 18. It is time to transform the pain and suffering of past experiences into joy, peace and prosperity. 19. A new day is dawning that will bring a caring and respectful era for humankind. 20. As you grow in consciousness, mutual respect takes on a new and broader meaning. Respect is not for personal gain, it is your sovereign right. 21. Unity consciousness honors and holds in high esteem each soul at all times. 22nd. Respect for each individual shall be the norm. In quotes, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. 23. GSARA is an acronym for the Global Economic Stabilization and Recovery Act, or the Global Economic Security Act and Reform Act, 24. It is the most innovative reform act to restore global prosperity, peace, and the new golden age that works for all and no longer just a few elites. 25. The agreement was secretly voted to be implemented by the 209 sovereign nations of the world, and that the Paris Agreement on Climate Change signed it in 2015, starting with the restored Republic of the USA. 26. Planet Earth and humankind are experiencing the great shift in consciousness, also known as Ascension or Great Awakening to Unity of Consciousness. Mother Earth is once again becoming a sacred planet, and is taking with her all the humankind who wish to join her in her ascension. It is a golden age beyond our imagination. 27. The chief creative source has commissioned the forces of light to assist humankind and Mother Earth to align the goals of the great shift in consciousness. 28. To hide this from public view, and thus to prevent its enforcement by popular demand, the US Supreme Court imposed a gag order, but the information gradually leaked to the public. 29. I believe the time has come to move to this new reality where equality, peace and justice prevail. Economy. First, Disney shares hit record lows amid Florida vote. Second, Asian markets fell sharply at Friday's open, dragging down losses on Wall Street after the Fed chief said a rate hike is likely. Third, are skyrocketing food inflation and rolling blackouts the start of the new emerging market meltdown? Fourth, Germany's central bank says that the European Union embargo on Russian gas would cost Germany 180 billion euros in lost production this year. This is supply shortages. Fox News reports that several food processing plants have caught fire in the last 6 months. Looking at production in major meat producing regions, we see that a number of factors may limit supplies to the world market, with obvious implications for food security. Esoteric warfare. Priests and shamans versus Satanists and witches, as the war turns esoteric, according to Benjamin Fulford. The war in Ukraine has taken an esoteric turn, with both sides performing mass incantations and invoking spiritual powers. All the forces of evil from across the planet have been gathering in one place in Ukraine for the ultimate battle. Meanwhile, the witches claim they have been preparing for 40 days an incantation, in quotes, an incantation to cure Putin and Russia. In quotes again. We are ready. Our right has been developed by a team of serious practitioners from day one. We did a lot of preparatory work. breaking through the enemy's defenses, carefully planning and selecting rituals, declared the witches. In response, the Russians summoned all the northern shamans for the nature gods to protect Russia. The Russian Orthodox Church has also publicly stated that the Ukrainian government is using witches and satanic rites in quotes, against Russians. Orthodox priest Andriy Gachov says, in quotes, Ukraine has nothing left but to ask the demons for help. The Russians have issued many proofs that they are really fighting against Satan worshippers. The Republic of China says that the Ukrainian authorities use witches and satanic rites in the war with Russia. For example, after they destroyed an outpost of the Advanced Observation Group, an alleged mercenary unit of foreign military and special operation currently in Ukraine, the Russians provided evidence that they worshipped, in quotes, that they worshipped the devil in the true sense of the word. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.